Ah, the great outdoors. The weather is so nice. There's so much to do. So many possibilities. You could walk, you could run, you could bike. And I'm gonna spend this day inside.
So, I was actually supposed to make a documentary about a much more productive activity, biking. But the weather is awfully dull today, so I thought I'd do it about something else. Something a bit more admirable. Something a bit more prestigious. That's right. I'm gonna talk about, you ready for it? Gaming. The games I'm going to mention are all indie games, which means that they were originally developed by very few people. Many of these games are very enjoyable and are unique in one way or another. They always keep me coming back. And they're far more unique than most cash grab games these days. One of these games is as follows. So you know that game Minecraft that literally everyone plays? So what if you took it and then put it under a hydraulic press until it was completely flat? In a nutshell, that's what Terraria is. But it's a little more complicated than that. There's a lot to do within this game that just keeps me coming back. You can build, you can fight things, you can die to things, you can dig, you can do everything. You can even pet a dog. How cool is that? You can pet a dog. A lot of the game is based on fighting big enemies called bosses. Defeating bosses gets you powerful stuff, which you can use to fight even bigger bosses. That process keeps on going until you're just powerful beyond comprehension. It's a lot of fun, and I totally recommend you try it out sometime. Now, it's time to rank Terraria on the tier list. So here's a list marked from S being the best to F being the worst. I'd put Terraria in S tier easily. It's very replayable, has a seemingly infinite amount of content, and has dogs that you can pet. That's so cool. Yeah, I included a mobile game made for babies in my documentary. Are you gonna do anything about it? Are you gonna stop me? Yeah, you probably haven't touched this game since 5th grade. But I tell ya, it's got layers. There's only one button in this game. Jump. Sometimes it's fly or change gravity, but it's all one simple button. And that simplicity is what makes it so fun to play. The levels start out pretty easy, but it gets way harder pretty fast. The hardest level took me literally thousands of attempts to beat just once. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on. And the worst part, if you mess up, you start all the way from the beginning. So anyways, I have a good friend who's decided to endure over 3,000 hours of this game. I can't believe it either, honestly. So, here's a conversation I had with him. So, this is my friend, Fritz Werish. He has about 3,000 hours in Geometry Dash, maybe more, I'm not sure.
It's almost 4,000 now.
Oh, geez. Well, we're gonna find the method to his madness.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question. What's your favorite part about Geometry Dash?
When it comes to Geometry Dash, kind of the structure of playing the game is you start off with playing a level in practice mode so you can set checkpoints, and then you learn the entirety of the level, and then when you learn it, you think you're good at it enough, you can then go and do it without checkpoints, and then what that can cause is when you're playing the game, you get farther and farther, and it gets more and more intense, and you get more and more nervous, and it creates a certain adrenaline that no other game creates. And that's why when I play it, I wear a heart monitor, because my heart rate can get up to 180 beats per minute, and it's sustained for 1 minute before I play the game.
That's crazy. All right, well, what's the worst part about Geometry Dash?
Well, when you haven't been playing it for so long, I feel like people who are casually playing it, it can get really frustrating really, really easily, because when you try and play levels that are just like a little bit out of your skill range, which are most levels when you start playing the game, it can feel almost impossible, or it can even just like feel like not worth your time, because most people don't use practice mode, so they don't learn the level, so they're just kind of starting from the beginning every time. You die, you start from the beginning. You die and you start from the beginning, and you feel like you just never make any progress. You wonder, like, why do people play this game? Most people play it just because it's like they want to get mad at it most of the time.
All right, another question. What's your favorite level in Geometry Dash?
My favorite level from the main levels is a level called Jumper because it has kind of unique music. It has really, really like happy music that's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. I guess bubbly. It sounds like you're jumping a lot, like you're jumping on clouds, and I think it's pretty cool. And also, it's the first level where you have to fly upside down in the ship, which is really disorienting. So it switches gravity, which I think is a really, really cool mechanic in the game.
And my last question, are you being tortured and forced to play Geometry Dash?
I generally like the game, but sometimes I really hate it. But the voices in my head keep on telling me to play it nonstop.
Oh. Well, are they sweet to you?
When I play it, yes.
I see. Alright, well, here's the tier list. I've spent a lot of time playing this game, and although I do like it, it's really frustrating and makes me feel like a child whenever I play it. So I'll give it a B. Are guns allowed for this documentary? Like, is this school appropriate? I mean, the guns are all fake and it's rated T, so... yeah, I don't care. Enter the Gungeon is a game about guns. Basically, you go into a dungeon and fight things until you escape the dungeon, or die trying. The twist with this game is that everything is a gun. Literally, you have guns. You shoot little bullet guys who have guns. You can even shoot a bullet, which fires guns, which fires smaller bullets at bullet people with guns, which fire bullets. I don't get it either. The game can take many attempts to beat, and is known for being notoriously difficult at times. But something about the arcade-style gameplay just makes it so addictive. And now, it's time for the tier list. Enter the Gungeon is a really fun and low-key addictive arcade-esque game which rewards you for being skilled at the craft. There's a really unique charm to the game which just makes every time I return to it even more fun than the last. Easy A tier. Well, now that I'm done blabbing, I'm gonna do what I should have done a long time ago. I'm gonna go outside.